Greetings, gamers! Welcome to another episode of Emergency Honorbound actual playtesting. Yeah. All right, folks. Here's a couple things that are coming up here. We are getting closer and still a little bit further away, all at the same time for Honorbound getting published. There's some awesome things that have moved forward. We are waiting for a little bit of art. Some of the editing needs to get redone, but I have since gotten to take a look at the text and everything that was in the book since I had handed it off about 4 months ago at this point. And you know what? We've done 4 months worth of playtesting since that time. And I'd like to get some of that new stuff into the book. Now, on the plus side, everyone I've talked to that is integral to getting the book finalized and published is going to be on or already is on board. Now, like I said, for the art, we'll see how that shakes out. But we've already got 9, 13, 15 pieces of art already. So I think enough for the book to have something in there for you to look at. But what this means though is that if I want to have these changes in the book, I've already been doing playtesting for a different game called Legends of the Cursed Riders that has some of the stuff in it already. And I'm wondering if it'll port over to make things run a lot smoother in this world. And I think some of them will. I didn't bring over everything, but a couple key changes that we're going to see moving forward. So we have our group here, which I'm going to need to rename their stuff. What we've done is that we are doing just a new playtest with pre-gen characters that I'm kind of handing to them. They are seeing them for the first time 5-10 minutes ago. I have reviewed the new rules as quickly as possible. I'm going to get their nicknames updated, which I probably should have done ahead of time. All right, Professor Kale. All right, we've got Aaron is playing as Professor Kale. We have Rachel playing as Vic Dunshire. And save the best for last here, as far as names go anyway. Eric playing Stacked Mud. I if you guys are okay being put on the spot, because I know that's your favorite thing to do, this is a little bit of a storytelling impromptu game, so hopefully you feel comfortable with some of this stuff. Um, can you give us a little bit of an insight for your character? Just lean into the ancestry, the uh, the guild, and the legacy, right? That should give you what you look like, your outlook, and kind of what your job is. So yeah, um, I'm gonna go just around the horn for how it appears in my window. So that means that starts with Aaron. Are you up for this? You want to start us off?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So just a description of the character, sort of where he's from, what he might look like, and the role he plays, right?
Yeah, just it can be as short as possible if you just want the three words that describe him best, or like two sentences, or
Uh,
if you have a deeper feeling already, let us have it.
the creature from the Black Lagoon, as a cleric.
Right, sounds good. Yeah, perfect. You know what? What else do we need to know right now? That's
Yeah,
great.
that's right.
Okay, Eric
Only
playing.
less murdery. Yeah, less murdery than the
Okay.
creature. Yeah, as a cleric. Yeah.
Eric playing stacked mud. You're next.
Uh, so Odin is like a sort of uh, insectoid. So black, like armored, you know, plates that are natural armor. Um, 6 arms and 2 legs. Does that seem reasonable?
Love it.
Yeah. Uh, Two bandoliers just with like little bits of tools. It's a weird tool belt sort of thing is what he would wear. Uh, and essentially, he is a, a, a garbage man that also is a really good burglar. So he's like, so yeah, sort of a garbage thief, and he's just now starting to realize what other people might consider to be valuable. Um, and so he's a little bit of a learning curve trying to figure out what exactly people would want.
Perfect. Love it. All right. And final Rachel playing Vic Dunshire.
Um, Vic is a gore 2, which means they have scaled skin that is, we're gonna say like orange red. Like it's like kind of the oranger side of red. And but sometimes you can't tell the color of the scales because there's also like these weird like calcified rock growths all over me that are like gray. Um so I kind of have that natural armor of these rocks. Um I am even in the midst of all of that, I am extremely charismatic and love to try to get use that charisma to inspire people to do good. I believe that even in the crowds that we are in sometimes there's always good to be found and there's good to be done. And you just have to always take the next right step. Though sometimes that right step might be a little shady, but they're still good to be found.
Perfect. So, in what we're doing here, I have an old adventure that is bare bones, so it's going to be just as much improv on my part as is. We're just going to throw some dice, see how these new rules work. I'm going to pull up a character sheet here real quick for people to take a look at. Let me pull it over this way. Go boop, boop, and down so people can see it at home if they are looking. So there's a lot of changes on here. The biggest one we've done is contacts or bonds with people. That's going to play a lot bigger part. They can be romantic, a guild contact, an expert contact, or someone within your own covenant, which is that's what these guys. They're in a covenant all together. The most likely setting of starting off for most groups is going to be in the alliance, which means all of you has a bracelet, probably some sort of data pack on your body, okay, that signifies that you're in good standing with the alliance. And the way that you stay in good standing with the alliance is that you do something for society. Now, for some reason that not everyone can fully figure it out, you guys have chosen to do the most dangerous things because other people won't do them. So that's how you stay valuable to the alliance, is that patrons come along and hire you guys to do things. And then these patrons just kind of pay for you, or like they give their word that you are good and upstanding citizens. If at any point in time you no longer have patronage from someone, then you need to find a new job that will get you patronage or go to the free city states where you have to, pay for stuff. Ew. Get a job. Gross. No one wants to do that. So let's begin. Let's start us off here. So we're gonna go with a the patron. You guys are hanging out in a space station that I'm probably gonna be using further, more and more. Of Duke Haversham, and he is your current patron. You are on retainer. for the Duke, which means that you will have permanent citizenship within the alliance as long as he gives his word for you. So you can take other jobs with other people, but if he pulls your contract, you need to come back and do whatever work he's asking for. You're basically on retainer. Okay. Um, you are ushered, all three of you, you are summoned basically into a side room on this floating fortress, more or less. It's nothing fancy. It's kind of run down. It's on the poorer side. But Duke Haversham was once someone of great wealth, and is hoping to get that wealth back. So, part of that thing is that he rents you two out, or you three out. So, a in in this waiting room is Duke Haversham and Mistress Redania. The Duke nods to Redania to speak. He's like, I have come to seek aid from the Duke. Uh, my my mother, um, my mother has been wrongly accused of a murder. Um, I she has been accused by the governor of need a planet name. You guys want to name one? You guys are going to be going there, so give me a name of the planet, and I need some. I need two other things. I need an interesting atmosphere, like weather patterns and all that, and I also need a creature and someone give me a plant. We just did volcano, so I don't want any of those.
Gigantic, aggressive Venus flytraps.
That's what I say, and then I was like, but I always pick the things that we all go, Rachel, now we're gonna have to fight those. So I decided not to say it this time.
Perfect. All right, so we have giant,
We can blame Karen when we
aggressive.
fight them, not Rachel.
Perfect. What else do we have here? I need an animal in an interesting atmosphere or weather pattern.
I think what makes these Venus flytraps particularly unusual is that it is a very snowy planet.
Love it. Great.
Yep.
So, what is the danger here? Is it the snow covers pits? Is it ice storms?
Mhm.
Is it I mean just freezing weather? I mean that's honestly bad
I mean,
enough.
that's what I was picturing, but I like your it covers pits. That's kind of interesting.
Okay. So then like those what do they call it? It's like the crags, I guess. Snow crags.
It's like
Okay, perfect. Which leaves animal to Eric.
Uh, what have we not done?
It gets tough sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, essentially, like uh, white woolly mammoths that uh, are very aggressive. Like in theory, they'd be like a nice herd animal,
Yeah.
but uh, they will charge almost unprovoked. They find rock and sharpen their tusks, which two tusks come out with three different points that grow out from that. The sort of like triple tusk thing, and they found ways to like sharpen them uh, on rock and things naturally, so they could fight each other. Um, yeah, so they're not very fun.
Okay, perfect. I think that's probably part of how Governor Skrill has claimed this area. Now it's part of the alliance on here, so the land is granted as long as you can keep it up. But he kind of keeps the populace down a little bit by having knights that ride these things. And let's not make them full size mammoths, let's make them moose
Like the
sized.
Shetland pony of mammoths?
What?
Like the Shetland pony of mammoths?
Yes, yes, basically, but it's still like moose size, so
Sure.
like 7, 8 feet tall at the shoulder. Like,
Yeah.
still ridiculous. All right, perfect. All right, tall enough to ride. That's what we're saying. Or small enough to ride is what we're saying. Plus the fly traps, plus snow crags. All right, sounds terrible, guys. Good job. Love it.
Did we name it? What's its name?
Oh yeah, we never named it. So how about uh, what is ice in Latin? That's always an easy thing to do. Just do a Latin version of it and then throw like a 4 or 3 at the end. Ickles. All right, I'm gonna go with Ickles then if no one's gonna shout out. Okay.
The looks like according to the internet, which
Oh yeah.
believe it or not, the most common Latin word for frost is gelum, Gelum,
Spell it again.
or gelu, Gelum, or gelu, Gelu. I'm For those of you who know Latin, it's almost certainly mispronounced by me, which means frost, ice, or cold. Another is frigus, meaning frost, but also cold or cold weather. What do you think, gelum or
Gillum.
frigus?
Love it. Gillum
Gelum,
4. Yeah, dude. Good
love
old
it.
Gillum 4, Governor Skrill. Now, what I need from you, fine fair folk, is to speak to Governor Skrill, and I believe I can plead my mother's case in order to get her freed, for I know in my heart of hearts she had nothing to do with the murder. I don't know if there was even a murder that she's being accused of. Now, this might be uh, the reason that I'm bringing it up in such short notice that we need to be there in like 2 days is that once a year, Governor Skrill gives a ball, a gala, if you will, called the Amnesty Gala, where people can come and once a year plead their cases for leniency. Oh, okay. All right, I'm recording, buddy. What's up? I can, yes, there's oranges in the fridge. You can grab an orange and bring it to your mother. I cannot get it for you. I'm sorry. All right, I can cut this. Where?
Space Latin's a little different than human Earth Latin.
Yeah,
For
it's weird
sure.
that it's even both called Latin. Like, how did that happen?
Yeah, so there's this gala that Governor Skrill puts on once a year where people can come and ask for leniency and forgiveness, basically. Now, it is heavily guarded, and the problem is trying to get in to see the governor because for him, this is all a fun charade where it's unofficially called the Amnesty Gala because he starts to drink. And so the goal is to get to him before other people do to get your case heard and forgiven before he gets too drunk.
Can
But
he not be like persuaded when he's drunk?
not
Or
if he
does he
gets
not?
too, he won't remember.
Okay. I mean, isn't that what written documents are for.
He has
Just
some
put the sign
clever
saying while he's
advisors.
super drunk, like, put it in front of him and be like, "Remember you talked to me earlier and you gave me amnesty. You just need to sign this form and we're all good."
I appreciate your lateral thinking, but if we do it that way, we won't have an adventure. So no.
No, that's totally fine. I was envisioning the, like, trying to get close enough and, like, trick him into thinking he should be signing the paper. Like, that is an adventure.
Oh, like ahead of time? Gotcha. I
No,
hear what you're
I mean,
saying.
even when he's drunk, like, when it's that point, but if he's like, "Nope, nobody lets me sign papers when I'm drunk," but it's like, but we have to convince whoever he's with too that he already gave us amnesty.
Sure.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I
Okay, I
was
see what you're
picturing where
saying.
it could be any different. It does not have
Yeah.
to be. I just was picturing that.
Yeah, I 100% see what you're saying now. Yeah. That's totally reasonable. I was thinking like, oh, you just go the next day and be like with a really good
Right.
forgery. I'm like, oh, that's less
Also an
fun.
option. Totally valid either way. Any of these options sound like a fun way to go to me.
Yeah, let me look at what else I have for you for news wise. Okay, it's yearly. It is fantastical. Okay.
What does that mean?
So the so the governor has advisors. So they're going to be the ones you have to get around on there. So for these adventures, now you start with 0 saga points and 0 unity points. Okay. But we have before the adventure begins, you get to do one thing. And I will usually have it at a target number of 9. So you tell me what you're trying to do. It can be trying to get information about the castle or the gala, the people that are going to be there, maybe a little bit more about the daughter, or the mom. Um,
Um,
yeah,
can I just ask real quick? My character sheet said 1 saga point when I opened
yeah, it
it.
should be
Am I
0.
only yeah, okay.
Yeah, it should be 0. Sorry.
Totally fine. Just want to make sure I was right before I lose a saga point on myself.
Yeah, no, it should start off at 0. That was my fault. Trying to get these new character sheets all up and done. Okay, for people who are wondering what I'm doing, I'm shaving an orange. I got these new huge honking ones. Uh-oh. Oh, it froze there for a second. Okay. Um, so you gotta shave them. There you go. All right, Rachel's back. Okay. Does anyone have a question or like what do you want to do for your one action? And please talk amongst yourselves. What do you think you'll need to be able to do this?
I would like to know more about the case that we're supposedly pleading.
Okay. All right. And how do you want to get that
Yeah, smart.
information?
Is there like space newspapers on Gellum 4?
Probably not on
With
Gale.
a
You This
heinous
is probably
murder
like
and I
uh you aren't at Galen 4 just yet. You're en route to there, but yes, there is what's called the lace where you can get information, send it back and forth on it, stuff like that. So you can try to look up what's going on with the murder case itself. Okay, yes, so you're going to be doing that. What are other people going to be doing? Can you
Well,
grab the
Rachel, do you want me to do if there's going to be lace work? I have a 7 in the lace,
sure.
so I could do that. Or if you want to do it, I
oh,
was thinking I would look up the favorite kinds of art and culture that are most popular among the court these days, and try to find out some talking points to distract people.
Mhm.
I don't know that I'd be good at that though.
Maybe we trade because I'm good at charm, so if I know like talking points, I can totally bring those out in a charming way.
Absolutely.
okay.
And dancing. I can learn about dancing. That's one of my things. So I'll learn like what can I do in this party in Gellum Fort.
Okay. Yeah, love it. Sounds good. There you go. You're welcome, buddy. Can you bring me a wipe?
Unless there's something else that Muddy is feeling. He wants to snag one of those. I feel like we're making
No.
lots of decisions
Yeah,
and then
yeah, jump in, man.
Those are good. That's good stuff. I think we should have some idea of where this thing is taking place and just the ecology of the planet to know uh, if things go bad, what we're up against.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Sounds good. All right. So let's start off with Vic Dunshire. You were, well, you guys switched. So you're trying to look up the cultural stuff. So let's start actually with Professor Kale jumping on the lace to do that. All right. Taking a look. What attribute and skill are you going to use?
Let's see here. It looks like I'm going to use uh, my mysticism and the weave, which corresponds to the lace. Is that right? My
Yes.
mysticism would be a 4 and my weave a 3, so I'd have a 7 there.
Now that specifically means traveling through the lace. So what the
Oh,
lace is it's the internet, right? It's the intergalactic internet. The problem is it's not connected. It shouldn't work, but it does. The AI profits, something happened. So there's this weird mystical magical thing that's keeping it running even though it should not work at all. So what that means though is that from an oracle point or from a oracle point to an oracle point, you can teleport through there. So you could travel across vast distances in space through the lace. And that's the skill you'd use to do that.
oh,
Now,
okay, okay.
you can still use that skill to try and find information. The problem is that if you fail, you take damage because the lace is dangerous. So if you feel like possibly getting injured, yeah, that's absolutely fine. You only need a 9, right? It's easy to do.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll do that. That's
Okay,
fine.
sounds good.
No risk. No, yeah, yeah. No whammies. We'll be fine.
Yeah, there's things that live in the lace, so that's not scary at all. So let me pull up the chat. There you go. Boom. All right, 7 dice. So it's just all right. Let's highlight the new mechanics. Is this going to be a low stakes roll or a high stakes roll?
So if I remember correctly, low stakes conflict means I roll my dice pool and I keep the 2 best ones, and I'm trying to beat a 9.
Yep,
Right.
and you automatically gain a saga point for doing a low stakes roll.
Oh, buddy.
No! Ah, ah. You know what? That's a great example. that
Of how you should not roll a large number of dice. Absolutely.
is amazing. Okay, and you got an 8, so you don't even get the information. You were looking up about the case. The only thing,
Yes. Yep.
what you pulled up is that this woman, Belarasa, Belaraza, um, hexed the governor. Yeah,
And Belarus is the person who was accused of murder.
correct.
Or
That
that's someone
is
else. Okay.
Redania's mother. Yeah. Um, yes, that she hexed the governor in trying to do any sort of mind influence on someone of in a political office is grounds for death in this dukedom. I mean, who knows? He could have, signed a war treaty or something while under her influence. So, yeah, she's definitely guilty. She definitely did it. She's definitely a witch. Okay. All right. Vic.
Yeah. For the moment, I mean, I want to learn the cultural stuff, but I think that would start with an inquiry or a lore right now. Lore right now, and then to implement it later would be a charm, I
Yes,
assume.
exactly
Okay.
right.
So I will do a panache lore to learn about how I can be panache.
Perfect. Low stakes or high stakes?
Low.
Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, the first roll you don't really have a choice. I mean, you could you could do a high, but it wouldn't make any sense. Um,
So I get a Saga point because it's low stakes.
you automatically get a saga point for doing low stakes. All right, perfect. Hey, you did it. So culturally, yes, you were looking at like dances and stuff like that, right?
And like topics of interest, just like
Yeah,
anything that you could
100%.
make small talk about on this planet, like
Yeah, whatever
what
you
famous
do,
couples just got engaged.
do not bring up the weather. That's just don't. That that don't do that. Don't bring up the weather. And you look up some of the cultural stuff, specifically about this gala, and you learn there's three. Well, let's just keep it simple. There's several different types of dances, but the two that you pick up on from culturally looking at it is that there's a whole thing, right? Um, Bribes are just part of it. Even though jewels can't buy you anything, but people can get bribed by jewels, which signifies there's some sort of tie to a free city state somewhere, right? Because if you have all these jewels, you got to spend them somewhere, right? And there is a specific dance culturally that is local to this area that can also uh, blend in with the locals. And we'll
Cool.
call it the oh, what's a fancy the dance of the snowy rose.
I like it.
All right, perfect. And stacked mud. What are you doing?
Can I just do a vigor lore check to get an idea for the natural issues that can arise with the
Yeah,
planet and with the flora and fauna?
yeah, absolutely.
And this is a low stakes.
Perfect. 5 dice. Perfect. Okay, there's one in there. Remember, sixes don't matter anymore for people that are watching at home. Um, they get their saga points through doing low stakes and also by doing different role playing stuff. All right, you easily pass that. My goodness. I think we'll start like that's like rolling a 20, right? 1 in 36, except, harder to do. So oh, let's the so the snow crags where the governor's palace is situated. It's actually on one of the crags on the planet that goes deep, where people think that's where the Venus flytraps get. It's warm enough down there for them, like they're really, really long, planet deep. And so there might be another way to get into the castle besides the front door. The problem is you got to go through this chasm that probably has these fly traps, which they're not going to be fly traps. They're mammoth traps.
They wouldn't have anything to eat in the snow if they could only eat flies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's far worse. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Basically,
So
they eat giant moose. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Big enough to eat a
Anything
moose.
bigger than a
Perfect.
pig, they're going to be hunting for it. And I mean, you got a 12 on that. So the biggest thing about the fly trap, so they get the fly trappy part grows up near the edge of the crags, um, where they have a tremor sense sort of deal. That's how they track, right? They don't have eyes. They don't. That's how they do it. So that's why like smaller things generally don't disturb it. It's got to be larger footsteps, which people people falls under that.
Yeah.
All right, it is.
Oh, real quick,
Yes.
I came in under my number, and it hurts when you screw up. Do I take a point of damage because I was one under, or
Oh,
how does
right,
that
because you're
work?
doing the lace. Yes, yes,
Yes.
correct.
Okay.
Take 1 point of vitality. For those keeping score at home, we got rid of health and honor and just combined it into vigor. We'll see how that. I don't. Or sorry, vitality.
Vitality.
I don't know if that's going to make a difference. If you guys are even going to notice a difference, honestly. um, so, yeah, because you'll still take damage from stuff anyway. 10 might be too low at this point if I'm hitting you with both, but we'll see. We'll find out soon enough. You have all the information. You've spent the last couple days researching and finding out. Whereas Radanya goes "Ugh, like I don't know if the advisors will ever let me near the governor. How shall we go in? So there is a couple different options. It's open to the public. Okay. So you can just go in. Um, harder to get in to see the governor, right? So if you are some sort of aristocracy or something like that, might be easier to get in to see the governor. But knowing what you know, give me a game plan and let's jump in. Gonna go through the chasms? Chasms? Not chasms. Chasms?
Well, what do you think, Stack Mode? Saw you come off mute there.
Yep. I think we can go through the chasms. I think if there are ways into the palace through the chasms, I have the ability to break those locks and get us through safely. But we make our way into the palace, and then I can't really help if we have to look like we belong there at some point. If we get into the inner circle, I can't help with that plan probably, but I can get you into the palace. I bet.
I mean, if we have a place we can get clothes, I could get us clothes that look more high, high class, yeah, high class is the word I'm looking for. Redonia, do you know this planet well? Is there a good clothing shop that we can visit?
On the day of the gala, everything's gonna be closed. Like it's out into the villages, um, out into the space villages. It's too cold. Everyone's just staying huddled, and no one's gonna be out shopping. But I don't want to say just no to it. Um, you know what? Yeah, I can give you a number. Uh, so how it works al- in the alliance lands is that you have to get a target number because you don't pay with jewels. You have to get a target number, and everything's going to be doubled or tripled right now because they're closed.
Mhm.
So I will give you. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but everything's closed, so we'll go triple. So like, um, 15.
And what am I rolling?
How are you doing it? Are you trying to
Oh,
charm
okay.
someone to do it? Are you going to try to command someone? Do you want to hold someone up at sword point? What?
Mm, I was kind of trying to decide between sneaking in and picking locks and then just putting them back before they're missed.
Oh, you just want to
Or
break into someone's home? I
that's
mean,
what I
yeah.
was trying. No, it was a shop. Um,
Oh,
no, I'll try
oh,
to charm
okay.
them. I will. Yes, I will try to charm somebody into letting me be in their shop when they're closed for the gala.
Okay.
We were just running late. We were supposed to be here like 3 days ago when we got held up in an asteroid field, and now we're last minute. I'm so sorry. Can you please just give us 5 minutes?
I
And
just to highlight some of the new rules here real quick before we do the
Mhm.
pitch on there. If you lean into your lion legacy, you can get a unity point. If
Lion
you
Legacy.
hover over unity point,
Yep. Oh, Unity Point. Um. Mm-hmm.
so if
Yeah,
you
I'm
go
trying
with
to
your
help.
first plan, that would fit, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
You want to do that?
But
All right.
yeah,
You want to tell the other people what you're doing?
I think that's what I just did. If we were just running late tonight.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna try and
Yeah.
charm someone. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you were talking the skullduggery one. The Well,
Yeah,
isn't the lion though? Isn't the lion more about
it's both. You
honor
are,
among?
if you
Yeah.
go, yeah, it's both. You can do it
Yep,
one
yep,
way or the other, right? Trying
sure,
to,
I see what you're saying.
and I think if you're begging someone trying to get it, I don't see that as like impressing them with your leading them, right?
Sure, sure,
But if you break in for the right reason, I would say that would definitely hit the rebel part of it.
sure. I can roll with that. Yeah, then let's do that. Why not?
Okay. It'll only be a 12 if you're doing that. So you're going to break into a
Okay.
shop. Stacked Mud, Professor Kale, are you in on this as well? Or,
I do not wear clothes, but I can help you open the lock if you need help.
Yeah, I don't know that
What?
I have any particular skills here that help out, but
okay, but
I
I
could
love
keep
that.
I could keep on the lookout.
I
I'm
love
not
that you
bad
two
at
are both
opening.
like all behind the plan just to break into some poor dude's shop.
We're gonna put them
Okay.
back before they even know they're gone. They're probably off at the gala. They might see it and be like, "Wow, I have something like that in my shop," but then it'll be back and they won't be different.
You just gave him a
That's
really good idea.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Prepared by something.
Yeah. Well, let's first see if you succeed. So if you're breaking in order to get the unity point, you have to do the action. Okay.
That is
So it would
me.
be like vigor, skullduggery, or oh, you got the dice right there. All right, and you're trying to
Oh,
get a
sorry, I was
12.
skullduggery. Vigor skullduggery is exactly what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
I don't have enough saga points to keep anything enough. Oh, I didn't say what stakes it was. Sorry. I was gonna say low, so I couldn't use saga points anyway.
Oh, you're going low on it? Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So, you get a saga point and you definitely
Yep.
fail. No
Yeah.
ones are rolled on there.
Yep.
So, no immediate alarm goes out. But across the street, you do see one of the shops that's, they're all buried 2 to 3 feet deep in snow. One of the across the street shops lights turn on, and you see someone starting to finagle with to open up the windows to see outside.
I will continue on my walk.
I'll immediately hustle across the street and go knock on the door of the shop where the light just came on.
You knock and they're like, cranky old dude, Ebenezer Scrooge type dude, right? Probably the folks that live Zooey. Probably scrawny, kind of like a simian type face peering back at you with little spectacles. He's like, what are you doing? It's the gala today. Get out. There's nothing open.
Oh, I saw your light on, and I'm having trouble. You know, I've got this thing that wraps around my neck that's sort of constantly blowing mist up in my face to keep me. But the problem is with all the snow, it's like basically blowing snow crystals in my face. I was just hoping to come in and warm up for just a few moments. My scales are drying out. It's terrible out here, man. And I need what does the store sell?
This store, cupcakes.
Desperately in need of cupcakes and warmth.
Okay. I mean, it said warmth on there, so I was like, okay. You are trying to bullshit this guy, I think.
Absolutely. I
Uh,
need the
Charm or
cupcakes.
skullduggery. I mean, this is a bluff, right? If
Absolutely.
okay, yeah, give me a
Absolutely. Yeah,
panache.
I'm going for
All right, give me a
oof.
9 because he's not heartless. I-
Oh yeah, they're both terrible for me. Okay, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yep, I'm gonna try the charm. Yeah, the speaking charm. So
Okay, low,
3d6.
assumably low.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna assume everything's low unless you say high.
Yep, thank you. And most I'm just trying to distract him from
Yeah, good. Okay.
I am we my best friend and I uh
Yes,
Silas the Simian need a hot cocoa and some
yes.
cupcakes.
All right. Yeah, you and Silas. He enters you and he's like, "Oh, do you have friends? Please invite them in. Let's all get warm." And now he's like super interested in your little spray thing, and he's like, "Oh, okay. You know the galas have. You probably need to be going to the castle, which is that way,
Uh
Are we
so
all able
he's
to go?
small. Oh, go ahead.
to go into his cupcake shop." Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and he offers you cupcakes, and yeah, you bet. Here you go.
Are sorry, did you have more to do
No, no, no.
before?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Are you going to the gala?
What me? No,
Yeah.
no. I have no sins that need to be forgiven.
But I hear it's a great time, even if you don't.
Well, I think it's only a great time for those not in need of any aid in our growing discontent of an area. I'm sure it's no, no, I'll be just fine here.
I don't suppose now I am gonna pull out what I said before and be like, you have already been so kind to open your shop for us.
Oh,
But
of
I don't
course,
suppose you
anyone who's
have
a friend of I'm sorry, what is your name?
my
Looking
name
at
is Vic.
no, 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 not you. Your delightful friend.
Oh,
What is your name?
I'm Professor Kale, but you could just refer to me as Kale.
Oh, perfect.
We're friends.
Any friend of Kale's is yes, yes. What were you saying?
you've, you've already been so kind, but we actually are a couple of days behind schedule and we do not have anything appropriate to wear to such a gala because we were intending to buy it when we arrived. I don't suppose you have something we could borrow for the day? I don't want to impose any more than we already have. But if you or like a family member would have something that would fit, even
You
just
know,
like a nice hat.
what
As you see, my friend doesn't need clothes, but a nice hat might be appropriate.
or perhaps a small cape. But you know what we could do as a form of thanks is we could share some of these amazing cupcakes at the event with some of the governor's
Your pet-
advisors and let them know.
Oh, no, no, no. I appreciate that, but the less they know about me, the better I feel. Thank you, though. Thank you. I just need my neighbors. That's all we need here. It's we're this is the alliance. Everything's free. It's just we barter here. So I don't need any of them to know who I am. But so you rolled so well on that thing. Let's just jump to where we want to get to, okay? Because this is going for a long time. Um, you cobble together like one and a half, two and a half outfits, right? And meanwhile, I gotta remember Rodania is with you guys. like she is with you, like, and she's just got a cloak like just bundled around herself, right? And she's like, "Oh, let us to the castle." Um,
Can
yes,
I
yeah,
I know this would have been part of the like what we do on our way here, but I want to talk to her more. But that's okay. I did that. I could have said that instead of learning about the lore.
yep,
That's on
you
me.
could have. Yeah, I figured that would be like the number one thing people would do. I'm like, oh,
Sure. Well, I
um,
think that's why I said I wanted to learn more about the crime, but in my mind I was going to ask her a bunch of questions about the crime, and
oh,
then I never
gotcha,
did that. I learned
gotcha.
about lore. I
Well,
didn't
you
specify that.
should have
That
been the
was
one to
part of
do
what I wanted.
that.
So just as we're walking to the castle, can I ask her some questions? But that's okay. It's on me. I could have pushed for that more.
She's gonna be very busy trying not to, just looking out for crags and awful stuff. Um, so the plan is to go through the chasm to enter the castle to get to the inner ring to avoid all the like the pores, right? You're trying to avoid all them, right? Okay. Um, so who is gonna lead the way on this?
Probably me.
Okay, sounds good. So what we're gonna do, we need to find a crag first, right? Let's see what we can do. Let's take a look at her skills. Um, because you aced the roll, I'm gonna make this probably pretty low. A vigor inquiry, so like a tracking type check. Okay.
Mhm.
Only need a 9. Because he did so well in the rolls before.
Okay. Um, I guess I'll just still do low stakes. That's fine. I got an 8.
Maybe 9 is harder than I thought. Um,
Well, when you can't spend saga points, it kind of is. You know what I mean? Like with a saga point, no problem for a 9 for the most part. But getting a 4 and a 5 or 6, that's I don't
sure.
know.
All right, but
Not sure
now
those odds are, but
let's test out these rules. Check out your character sheets or anything that you think you can do to try and make this successful. Whew.
uh, well, I could definitely use my brood hatched uh instincts. My species essentially grew up in tunnels and chasms, and we have a way to be able to use our antennas to do a little echolocation ourselves, um, and yeah, to be able to find like gaps in stone
Yeah,
and where they might be.
yeah. No, I buy that. Yeah, sounds good.
So
Spend a saga point to
yeah,
trigger that, right? All right. So you've managed to find an entrance to the crag as you get down. You go down deeper. Who's in back, who's in front?
I'll stay in the front.
It can be in back.
Okay. All right. As you wind your way down there, it's getting to be a little bit of a maze down here, right? You need to find your way up. You're sure that you're underneath the castle, but that also means that you're deeper, closer to these the Venus mammoth traps. Um, so what I'm going to need is an awareness check, basically, because you definitely are going to trigger some tension points probably. So, um, who's on point? Like we could go the stacked mud. Do you want to do another like mm, I mean, inquiry vigor, I guess, would be another tracking sort of deal. But I would also be okay with a lore sort of thing.
Yeah, I think I like lore vigor right now. Um, if it was a matter of like knowing the right path to take, um, like an athletics check to be able to, it's probably more me personally be able to move through the chasm. But if I'm leading the way, it's probably more of a lore thing right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Okay.
think so
I'll
because
do.
this is specifically about the plant, the fauna. Sorry, flora. Need a
Yeah.
9.
Okay. I'm gonna do a high stakes roll then with vigor lore.
Okay. Crazy.
Uh, a lot of fours in there. So what was my difficulty? Well,
9.
it doesn't matter. I'm sure it was. Yeah. I'll spend that last saga point that I have
Okay.
and pass it.
Okay, you didn't gain any personal tension points at all. So with your knowledge of the animal or the plant, sorry, that you're aware of at this point, you managed to see the feelers in the snow a couple meters ahead of you before you've stumbled onto it as you managed to go around. Okay. And you make your way around until you find yourself in front of a locked door. So this must be a way to that smugglers get in and out of the palace, but it is locked.
I'm really good at locks too, if that's all right.
Perfect. Yeah, it's just an electromagnetic lock. Because it's in the crags, it's not that great. So it's only a 9.
Okay. Uh, if if I don't have any saga points to spend, is there any? What's the benefit of me doing a high stakes roll?
There isn't.
There isn't. So I might
Wait,
as well use them.
didn't you do a low stakes roll before?
I did, but then I had to spend my saga
Oh,
point to do my ancestry.
okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So low stakes. Here we go.
Easy. Easy. All right. As you whip out one of your many esoteric tools, your old micro flange that you use to pop the lock on the door, giving you easy access into the deeper realms of the palace. You walk up the stairs that were started off rough hewn, turn into more and more until they're constructed, becoming more gilded, turning into marble. At which point, it's plenty of time to go ahead and change into things. All right, I'm now going to pass the scene over to you guys. This is before you get up into the ball. Take it away. If there's anything you want to
uh,
do, you may not.
I'm gonna put these microphones on you, and I have like these tiny little lapel mics essentially, so that I can listen to those other conversations and not have to be right next to everybody. Um, Somebody just kind of wants to get closer to like the exit if we need to have a good exit, a quick exit plan. And he doesn't want to hobnob, but he wants to know what's happening. And so, just for do a little intel, that's what he's setting up.
Okay, sounds good. So you're giving those to everyone? Is that including Redania?
Yes, also Radania.
Oh, oh, thank you so much.
It's mostly for my benefit, but you're welcome. There you go.
So I just tap this, and then you come to help me. Yeah.
No, don't tap it.
Oh, oh, sorry.
Don't tap it. Just pretend it's not there. Don't tell
Oh,
anybody it's there. Okay.
okay. All right.
Okay.
Vic, this is your cue.
To talk to Redonia? Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I figured. Uh, so what are you gonna say if you get an audience with the governor? How are you gonna plead your case?
Well, I will say that my mother had nothing to do this, and I think
Do
that,
Go ahead.
I think this is all a sham, and that he should let her free. Give me an empathy check. It's going to be an opposed check. Okay.
Okay.
I'm the attacker.
Okay.
I got a 9. Do you want to do a low stakes or high stakes?
Say, I was gonna. This actually feels high stakes to me. I'm doing high stakes.
High
Sorry, I
stakes?
have my hands in front of the
Okay. Yep.
roll, so I can't.
Okay. That's
Like I'm
fine.
literally like I can see, I can't see. High
Okay.
stakes.
All right. High stakes. You crushed it. That's insane. She says about her mother about being free, and you're like, oh, she doesn't care about her mother. She just is trying to get next to the governor. She's got
Scared.
she she's hiding something 100%. You're not quite sure what it is, but it's not about freeing her mom, who is up on, from what Professor Kale said, for witchcraft, basically. You know,
Okay.
using the essence.
I'm wondering if this is a like mother like daughter situation, but I'm gonna try to stay super close to her like the whole night and be like, "Well, I'd be happy to help argue your case if you can tell me a little bit more about the evidence you have." And I try to just like get her engaged and like convince me that your mother deserves leniency.
Okay.
And but then I'm gonna say like super close, like and
Yeah, and now that you've seen through the veil and you've talked to her, you're reading her hells basically at this point.
Mhm.
And what you get out of it is that she is like, oh, yeah, so for my mother, I think I have a very legitimate argument that he may want to take us more into his confidence. When she says that, that's the thing. You're like, oh, she believes that. She believes that she has some information that will bring them into it. Now, if her mom comes or not, doesn't matter to her, right?
Sure.
But
Okay.
she's got some information.
Gotcha.
Professor Kale, do you want to do anything while people are changing clothes here?
No, I think Vic. I think we had what sort of a couple outfits. Vic, it makes sense for you to have one, right? And maybe I'll take the partial, which I picture as being one of those like big Russian fur hats, with like the
Yes.
flaps, the great big ones, and like a fur-lined cape for a simian about 2/3 my height, so it only like it didn't
Yes.
quite fit.
Uh,
Yeah, so I
uh,
it won't stand up to inspection, but it looks pretty absurd. Yeah,
I'm
I love it.
going
I love it.
to give you the condition hand me down. So
Love it.
if you're trying to do any sort of impression for people, you're going to be a -2 total. Okay. All right. Is there you guys finished with your scene? Yep. Okay.
I'm gonna look around and try to identify any themes I can with like the artwork, any other like Vic's already figured out like the dancing thing. Like I'm looking around for conversation starters I can use if I have to. Like if we get caught in the wrong area, I can name an artist or sculpture style or something that I was looking for. So I'm looking for a plausible story based on the decor of the place.
Perfect. So right now you guys are in the stairwell before getting out into the ball. So let's get you into the
Okay.
the inner ball at this point. So you come up on these stairs and you realize that the ball gala area is split into two floors. The main floor down here, which you are not on, these are the pours. Okay. There are two stairs that go around either side where, like, oh, they're dancing, there's music, it's great. But you see the main focus is people trying to get past guards on those stairs trying to get up. Hasn't gotten ugly as of yet, but you feel a weird tension in the air that it might. But you've come up behind on the second platform, which is up here, which is another dance floor, but it definitely directly looks down upon the other one. But this is where the stringed instrument, the orchestra, is playing. There are statues all about. Now, Governor Skrill is known for his extravagance. So I need each of you to tell me what makes this gala so fantastical. Like, give me like, is the music crazy weird? Are there dangerous things here? How is it lit? Is there floating stuff? Are you guys actually on the ceiling? Is Lionel Richie there? Like what makes it so fantastical?
Lionel Richie's definitely there. That's
No.
canon. Okay.
Okay. Eric had
Um,
Peter Cetera show up in D&D once.
yeah, it's pretty awesome. Long story. Uh, how about a zero G dance floor then?
Okay. Yep.
That's pretty fun.
All right. And how do they well, we don't know. It doesn't matter. We hand wave science here. So yeah, it just happens. That's how they do it. The petticoats are firmly bound by ankle.
Good.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. All right. So it's zero G dance floor. Aaron, Rachel, what else do we have here to make it so fantastical?
Part of the reason they wanted zero G is their hologram emitters scattered around the outside of the dance floor, showing holograms of the people whose sins were not forgiven last year.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ouch.
Yeah, just to remind everybody how important the governor is.
What are we doing here? Are we doing like guillotines? Um, are they
Uh,
in prison
uh,
right now, like wasting away, and it's like a live shot of them, or like
I think it shows them with angelic smiles with angel wings behind them.
okay, yep, yep, love it. Angel wing, losers is what we'll say. They
It's
did not.
okay if you don't get to see the governor because we all go to a better place, specifically these people.
Ah, we need to maybe get a religion in there. That's amazing. All right, Rachel, what do you have?
I think the music is fantastical. I think um not only is there like a full like 60-piece orchestra, but some of the instruments involved are just like even beyond something that I can imagine. But like theremin, like electronic things that are super that you would never see in an orchestra, but is in this orchestra. And obviously, like their definition of a violin might be very different. Um, but yes, it is a massive orchestra with just very unique electronic instruments involved.
Perfect. All right, love it. In amongst all of this chaos, you see obviously Governor Skrill is an Othan, um, very similar to like a praying mantis shape to him. wearing royal burgundy coat, a small crown on, which is crazy because the Alliance, there are no kings. Everyone is equal. You just build your up through status. It he is displaying all the showings of wealth of a free city state, but he is part of the Alliance. Over his shoulder are two people in perpetual motion around him. One is we're going to introduce the new race that was created by one of our super backers, is a Sprixie, almost a cherub looking elderly man with gossamer wings and wearing like an overstuffed like suit, okay, like a tuxedo suit, overstuffed, monocle, and is just constantly um in an argument with the other person who is an eternal with tree trunk legs because it's an eternal, right? Thick, has a pole arm over its back, wearing white, like pristine white vestments. Okay. That you, from a little bit of culture stuff you've figured out, he is part of the military, and it's kind of a wholly religious sort of military situation on this planet. And the white
Mhm.
helps them blend in with the snow. But they are keeping everyone at arm's length away from Governor Skrill. Now, yep,
What was the ancestry of the second person again?
an eternal tree
Thank you.
folk, kind of tree folks. Um, in one of the hollows around there, as well as the people that were condemned last year, there are a few holograms of people without angel wings. And from the description, you recognize one of them as uh, Belanzia or Belanza, Redania's mother, who
Bella
is
Rosa.
waiting. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, Bella. Yes, I'm just gonna call her Bella, just so I keep it easy here. Is Bella? And there's one or two
Listen,
other.
my character sheet says I have a contact named Bella.
Oh, is it really?
Just so I had a moment where I was like, no.
Oh, if you
I'm
want
like,
to.
nope, nope, that is not my contact. I just was like, should it have been? But no, we're good. I'm just gonna change it from Bella to something else here.
All right, that's fine. I think it would be fun if it was your contact.
That would be interesting, but I'm not mentally there.
Not prepared for that.
It's gonna be
Okay.
a romantic contact. You had it down as a romantic contact. So all of a sudden I'm
Ah,
romantic entanglement with this person? Yeah, that would have gone real wild and interesting twist real quick.
well, you know what? I am sitting on 5 tension points. But you already said that's not something you wanted to get into, so no, I'll wait.
An interesting twist. So I was just like, whoa, okay, my brain's not there. Okay.
boy, that is one of the most interesting things. No, I'll wait. Okay,
We can
I'll wait.
we can retcon that. That's or like not retcon, but like literally go
Let's.
back 2 minutes and say, just kidding.
Okay.
I know this person. I
Yep.
recognize her.
Yep. Now that you've seen her, you recognize her. That is Bella, your contact. I'm going to spend all my points. So that means
Okay.
if you're not successful, you lose that contact, right?
Okay.
What is the nature of
With that,
your relationship? You said it's romantic.
that's romantic.
Okay, perfect. Um, so let's go around then. What makes this situation worse? We get to do the twist now. So that is your a romantic contact, which is up for being forgiven. So now there's much more of a
Or or not assassinated, executed.
yeah, up for
Those are the
execution.
two options right now. Either fantasy or executed.
And I'll throw. Oh, you got it,
Oh, a
Baron.
quick question. What was the name of the person who's escorting us? The daughter?
Redania.
We're doing the potential complexity. Uh, Bella is a romantic interest, but not really like a current one. It was quite some. Actually, it was a long, long time. Actually, for Tanya, age. Oh no, could it be?
Question.
I like that. Good question. Questionable. I'm going to throw out there as well that one of the people that are here, uh, a let's go a oh I forget what the ranks are. What's a lower rank than a duke? Like a marquis. Yeah, we're gonna have a
Sure.
uh,
Baron would probably be there somewhere.
oh yeah, let's go a baroness. Baroness. mm, Uh, claiming to be the witness that saw the actual witchcraft. So there is a witness to it happening.
You were the one that convinced Bella that she had the power to be able to vex somebody. And she, you're positive that she does not have that kind of power. But there's like really strong like Wiccan stage that you guys were in, and uh, and you really like talked up like her powers. You thought like uh she was so strong with the essence uh and the lace and all of that, and so you feel a little guilty that maybe she tried to do something that she wasn't able to do.
All right,
Also,
Vix.
more confident that maybe she's not as, or maybe she is more innocent because I know she can't do that, or at least couldn't 5 years ago when I knew her.
All right, Vic.
Um,
What do you think? Possible Kiddo and Redania. Baroness Lowe is a witness. Um, you totally convinced her that she could maybe do stuff that she can't do.
I do I usually throw out my own twist too?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was gonna say because I also had the idea that the reason we split ways, although contacts you're like supposed to be on reasonably good terms with, right?
I mean, this one's
Because I was gonna
romantic.
say my thought was the reason we split ways is because she used her mind power on me, and I was like, no, I'm out. But
Okay. I no, I think that's
um,
good. I think you could, because it's complicated, right?
I
We're trying to do this
right.
weird soap opera story. So yeah,
I
I'd be
think
fine
I
with it.
like Eric being more like we definitely like we're like experimenting with it together. Like I was definitely part of her like trying it out. But I actually don't think she's capable of what she was accused of.
Okay. Okay. So of all these twists, which ones do you want to go with? You can go with all of them.
Oh,
Um,
sorry, that was me saying I think that's the one I wanna go with. I
oh,
like
oh, okay.
Eric's of, like, we messed around with it together, we tried doing the mind stuff.
Okay. And so is that the only one you want to take?
I think so, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, let's just go with that. I don't mind there being a witness, that's fine if there's a witness.
Okay. Because I think there needs to be a little bit more stakes when we do a twist to make it worse, right?
Sure, sure, sure.
The twist being
Oh,
like,
you
well,
did ask
I don't
about
think that
the
she
witness.
actually did it. It was like, well, I don't know how much stakes we're putting on there, right?
Gotcha, you did ask what makes it worse.
Yeah.
Um, right,
That's
right,
supposed to
right,
be a complication. So,
right. It's been a
so
minute since we played. I forget about these things.
yeah.
Let me think how.
Yeah. Because the complication that Eric threw out there was that you taught her something.
Right, but I don't think I did. Um,
I think also that there's the sort of implication that Bella thinks that you are someone who can do a hex, and now you're here amongst the governor, and maybe she
Sure.
mentioned you to him at some point, like something like that.
Sure.
Redonia specifically hunted you guys out to hire you.
So that she could twist it and make it me instead of her mother. That makes sense to me. She's gonna try to accuse me instead.
That's the assholery that this game's
Yeah.
really about, right there.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. I like the
I
witness thing, but that can just be like a throwaway. Like, of course, there was a witness to, collaborate the story of whatever happened. So the bear is still there, maybe not as impactful or needful at this point. But um, the complication is, and you read this. That's just now because that it's just occurring to you as you're entering out onto the dance floor that, oh shit, there's Bella. I haven't seen her in 5 years. And all these memories come rushing back. And you're like, wait a minute, if that's her daughter, is this revenge? Oh no. It is my scene at this point. So I am going to do you've got the governor, you got the two um advisors there, and then you got a dance floor of people with all these holograms coming around. There are people of note. Um Yeah, there's people. I mean, there's just people all over, right? So I guess I want to hand this back to you guys because I have things that I'll respond to what you're doing. So, what's your next steps? You've entered onto the dance floor from a hidden alcove, right? And you're just kind of trying to blend in. Professor Kale is the least equipped, but is passing. No one's questioning anything right this second. And um, Redonia is like, how do we get to him? Get me to the governor.
do I see how like a line of people? Like what is
Like people are trying to come up to the governor, but the two advisors like keep them at like the pole arm comes out every once in a while and it's just like, hey, back away. And every once in a while, like the guards let slip, oh no, like someone up the stairs, right?
Mm.
And then like sometimes they get pushed over the edge, some they get to hang out. Some of them just like get up there and don't know what to do, right? But these are all people that are asking for some sort of forgiveness.
Can I find the controls for the zero G dance floor?
Sure. Yeah, I think so. It's going to be in another alcove somewhere to try and find like the power source, something like that.
Yeah, like where the tech table where they're like running all this stuff from, right?
Yeah,
Um, and I assume there's some sort of operator there.
yeah.
Uh, just probably not actively doing anything though, right? Just sort of like making sure that everything is going to plan.
Just watching the monitors, because you don't want that zero G energy to spike or go one way or the other, right? These people are very influential in this area. So safety is of a concern. So they're just watching it, bored, but watching it.
I'm gonna subtly sort of watch it too and find specific ways that I could spike things to make things happen if I wanted to be able to like disperse a crowd, or like make gravity too strong and pull them towards the dance floor. Some sort of jackassery that I could pull off to be able to, just in
Yes.
Or
case.
or if you wanted to spike it and give us the heads up, we could try to get over that railing up above and onto that upper dance floor if we knew what was coming.
You're on the upper
We're
dance
on the
floor.
dance floor. We're up already.
We're on the upper one?
Yeah,
Okay.
yep.
Okay.
Because
Oh, okay.
the
Gotcha.
secret
Gotcha. I was
got you
thinking
up
the
to the
alcove
second
dump is
part by
below.
going the hidden route got you up to the second part.
Okay. Excellent.
Gotcha.
Well, I'll tell you, Vic, you're more charismatic than I am. I could approach like we could like Stacked could give me the signal, I could go engage the guy with the pole arm, and then when all hell breaks loose, you could sneak around him.
Yeah. I was thinking something similar. We've also been told that bribes are good, so I would see if Redonia has anything worth bribing with.
Redonia? No, she's dirt poor.
Okay.
Right? We are from the village.
I just have been told that maybe the guards or maybe even the governor will take bribes.
Well, that is all well and good if I had anything to bribe them with. Like, do you guys want to pool your money and give it to someone? All right, so because Stacked Mud's going to go over and kind of look over the shoulders of the tech booth. Um, Professor Kale, you're just kind of standing there. Do you want to like look at the look out through the crowd? Do you want to like
I
or
want to try to eye what it is that is letting people get past them, the advisors. Like, is it money changing hands? Is there like like the cash wrapped up in your handshake kind of a thing? Like, what is it? How is it they're getting past, or is it just a recognition of like, oh, your excellency, sure, come on, pass, kind of stuff?
yeah,
It's like hang close, but not too close.
yeah. Okay, great question. So that's where you're going to look for. You're going to the tech booth. Vic, what are you looking at or doing?
um, I okay. I'm struggling to picture this space. So there is the lower level, and then there's the upper level, which we are on.
So
But then, like the governor.
yeah, ignore the lower level. Just take that out.
Okay.
So imagine a you've been to a theater, you know what these look like. You are on the upper part of the theater. Let's say the one in Corville. Okay. Now put it into a half circle at about 80 feet. So huge,
Okay.
right? It's got a railing, a plasteel railing that you can see through so you can see all the people down there. Okay.
Mhm.
The floor is going to be a glittery, kind of painted like clouds. So it looks like you're above the world, dancing on these clouds. Zero G, so people are dancing on this zero G floor bet- between the heights of like 5 and like 15 feet up in the air, all kind
Mhm.
of bobbing, weaving, be able to do twirls amongst each other, right? Behind
Mhm.
here, behind the dance floor over here, is the governor, two advisors, right? These
Okay.
stairs that come up to there, every once in a while, guards let slip someone trying to talk to it, and because they think it's great fun to see the advisors or other guards knock them down. Basically, does that give you an accurate picture? And you guys are
Mhm.
like over here on the opposite side. Now, there's nothing really that's keeping you physically from just walking over, but uh, the advisors are there.
Um, I think I'm gonna try to talk to somebody who did get to go up and talk to the governor and see, like, oh, how'd you manage that one?
Okay. So you and Kayla are kind of doing the same thing. Like, how are
Cool.
people getting to see the governor? Okay, not a
Yeah.
problem. Like Kayla's watching, you're talking to someone. All right, let's start with Professor Kale then, real quick. Let's go. You are doing looking for clues. Let's go inquiry wits. Let's give a 9.
Low stakes.
Uh, oh, okay.
Okay, I am singularly unobservant. Yeah,
Well, it's only
I'm just not
2.
even seeing.
Okay,
Yeah,
I should
yeah.
have asked. What is it that you want to use to be able to do that? What was your plan? Just to ask. What were you thinking?
I was hoping to just sort of keep some sort of observe. observation, right? It was really, um,
So your
but I
inquiry
don't.
is like your perception, right? It's like
Yeah,
to
yeah.
look
I
for
mean,
clues.
maybe clues. I mean, vigor inquiry, maybe. But that would have just given me one more die. So
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. You're pretty sure the best way to do it is just to bowl past people, waving a weapon vigorously. That's probably the way to do it, is what you're thinking.
yeah,
All right.
yeah. Okay, perfect.
Stacked mud. Give me uh I would put it at like a wits inquiry, but what were you thinking? I need to be better about asking what were you thinking? Because you're just trying to study the mechanics of, or I'm sorry, wits weave. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it's a wits weave,
Yeah.
which not great, but low stakes.
Low stakes, just need a nine.
Will I get? Do I get two saga points then? If I roll the one, do I get a saga point?
The rules of no one.
No, low stakes. I only get just the one, no matter what. That's it.
Yeah, you don't get any points. You don't get any saga for rolling dice anymore. For like getting ones that are right. I only get tension points. So, but you have a saga point. Do you want to spend it?
Can I? I thought I could not spend it on a low stakes.
You can't spend it to keep dice, but you can spend
But
saga points on other things.
I could. Uh, oof.
But you
Can I
also don't
use
have
my?
to. You can just fail, and that's fine.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna fail this one. I got an 8,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
I
You're looking at it and you're like, well, it looks a little bit similar to something you've worked at a past job, but it's something's off. You're not quite, you can't quite connect the two. Why it's not really working. All right, Vic, it's down to
doesn't work
you.
like the repulsor lifts on a vehicle, but it's got to be. It's something like that. It's just
Yeah.
the other way around. Yeah, okay,
Yeah. Because it's on a stationary, much larger mass is the difference. You're not
for
getting,
sure.
not getting it there. Two plus two is potato.
Yeah.
Um, Vic,
Mhm.
you are talking to a man that's got a scar over one eye, wearing kind of blue sash over there. We're gonna call this person gonna be humanish. And he's got like a metal plate on his head. He's talking to you. He's like, "Roof, roof." Um, give me. What are you doing? Hit me.
Um, I noticed you. I'm gonna talk to him. So speaking is what my role's gonna be. Do you want me to play it out?
You don't have to if you don't want to. Um,
No, I'm happy to. I was just realizing, like that's where it's headed. It's a roll.
yeah, yeah, that's fine. We can just do the roll right now. It's getting a little bit later. We'll go. We'll finish up this. Well, we'll see how it goes. Um,
Yeah.
give me. I mean, this guy. Um,
I'm just asking him, like, how'd he get in there? I mean, I would start with just like I see you got to see the governor. How'd it go?
yeah, this is going to be an opposed check. So it's going to be low or high.
Low.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
wait, did you already roll? I didn't see
Nope,
your
not yet.
roll.
No, you're the
Oh,
attacker.
sorry.
So
Oh,
yeah,
sorry. Yes.
yeah, you're the attacker. So you roll first. I mean, you got a
Right, that's
12, and I got even if I added them all up, you crushed it. All right. Yeah, he's more than happy to talk to you about it. Uh, he's like, oh yeah, great. Um, he expresses. He actually tells you he didn't get a chance to be able to talk to the governor. For anything to be forgiven. He is not going to ask for forgiveness. He's not going to play this game. He has gone to war with them in the past. They have lost. He is going to face his rights, as it were. Others have gone to speak on his behalf that he has told them not to. He has paid the right people to talk to. It's the Sprixie that you need to convince. Or, sorry, it's the Eternal that you need to convince. The Sprixie is not from here and is only worried about the money. I think that is someone who might be the real power behind the governor, but he doesn't know our ways and our traditions.
Okay.
So plead your case to the Eternal. All
Thank
right.
you. That's very insightful.
Yes. Maybe you'll see my face on one of these holograms next year.
I hope I don't.
Well, is there anything I can do to help you?
I mean, help me get past these guards.
I still have some
Distract,
clout. Still have some
distract them.
clout. Um,
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
what I might suggest is that after the next hour, you should plead your case before the next hour, for the governor may not survive the rest of this dance.
Heard.
So here's what I can do. He is going to attempt a bond with you.
Okay.
I am going to do this would be an opposed, or you can just lean into it, I guess, basically.
Okay.
Um, so I guess how it should be on your side. Um, well, no, here I'll show. This is what I'm gonna roll. Boom, I got a 10. So you can avoid being bonded with, and he's trying to bond with you as an ally. Okay,
Okay.
that to be able to call on each other, which means you're honor bound to help each other.
Sure.
In the honor bind is whatever the difference is between the roll. If you try to pose him and you roll higher, there's no honor bound. There's no binding at all. So you can just ignore it and not add him as a
Okay.
contact. So it's up to you. I rolled a 10, so I am going to spend one tension point to put it at a 14. So that would be an honor bound 5 if you don't do anything.
If I don't do anything, and what remind me what like the level, like the numbers behind the honor bound?
Sure. So if he asks for your aid and you don't aid him, you take 5 points of vitality damage.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I mean, hold on.
Hmm. Bless you.
I'm willing. Thank you. I'm willing to be honor bound, but that feels like a high one. Pretty intense bind for this guy I just met. So, so what do I roll to try to
Yeah.
avoid
Valor Panache.
Valor Panache? I just want it to be smaller than 5. That's really my dream. Oh, do I have to say high stakes, low stakes? Low
You
stakes.
should.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Sorry.
right. So you get a
Just
9.
not used.
It's at 5 without spending anything.
But I can't. Oh, no, I don't have anything worth that I can.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no.
So you're honor bound 5. So under your
Okay.
contacts, put this guy who is General Cross.
Cross with a C or
Yeah.
cross with a P? Okay.
Season Cat.
Okay.
Columbia. That's better.
Yeah.
You're honor bound 5. Okay. Kale, stacked mud. Let's have you guys reconvene, talk to each other, as Redania is getting impatient. Please help me. They'll never let me through. I'm just a poor one of their villages. You must get rid of the advisors.
Getting rid of them? Am I there? Or did you say the other two? We're all reconvening.
Yeah, you're all reconvening. Yeah.
Gotcha. Getting
Or
rid
at
of them
least
is not the
talking
solution.
to each other.
You can't rush this.
We are on a bit of a timetable, though. How drunk is he?
We are, but also rushing in without information is not helpful, even if he's sober.
You
So I've been
are
told we should do it within the next hour.
you are six
I
tension
have
points away from him being drunk.
I have somebody who's willing to help us get at least past the guards.
I'm pretty sure that if need be, I could work on the gravimetric clutch engagement and probably, cause a glitch. Depends how many megahertz are running through the coils. I could fuck up the dance floor
Got
if that's helpful. You just tell me when.
it. I've been told
For
the
distraction.
Eternal is the one to convince, but money may help the Sprixie advisor.
I think I have 5 jewels on me. I could pitch in.
I also have 5, but I don't think I want to give them all to this cause.
No, no, nor do I. But we should at least figure out what we need. Yeah, I agree, 100%. If that's what it's going to take to get past the Sprixie, but you said we have to convince the Eternal. Is the Eternal also need money, or also need jewels?
Doesn't sound like it. It sounds like you need to actually verbally convince the Eternal, but the Sprixie just cares about the money. And the governor will listen to his advisors.
One of you should take each of them then.
Yeah, I mean, I could try the bribing. I don't know that I'm necessarily the person who could do the convincing. I mean, I could talk art with the Eternal, but it sounds like he's more interested in his pole arm than the statuary.
Yeah, I'm happy to do the talking.
Well, I guess if we pool our money and then pool our jewels, we can. I can approach the Sprixie and try to start a little negotiation.
How many jewels do you want
I
from
don't
me?
know what is it. What is a lot of jewels? Is 5 a lot of jewels? Is 10 a lot of jewels? Do we know? Sort of.
A, a
What would
good
be a
question.
reasonable bribe?
A good question. You don't know what he's going to ask for. Okay. You have no idea. Um, one jewel can get you anywhere from an illegal drink at a bar to one full day's worth of work, right? It depends what the value. It's kind of amorphous a bit, but if you want to buy a um I have made up a list. So if you want to buy a um good quality giving you a +1 total tool, it's like 14, 15.
Well, how about we each pitch in 4, and if we can't get it for a dozen, then we find another path. Okay.
But try to get it lower than that.
Oh, absolutely,
Don't
absolutely.
lead, but don't lead with.
I'm hoping to come back with everyone's change. I guess I'll head up to this Sprixie.
Okay. Now there are some other guards, right? But you do have General Cross that'll help you move forward.
Mhm.
So you're gonna walk forward with General Cross. I assume that will bat away the
Mhm.
guards. Okay. All right. And then stacked mud is going to be just still hanging out by the thing, or you want to do something different?
Um, I want to be close enough to it where I could get to it quickly and fuck with it, but I don't necessarily have to be like right there, like focusing on it.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just want to kind of read the crowd, and uh, if I think there's going to be a rush of people that try to see, um, oh, actually, I want to pay attention to who's bringing the
Cupcakes.
the governor his drinks.
Okay. Um. Okay. We're gonna save yours for last. Let's start off very straightforward. Vic and General Cross are going to start in front. Uh, they cross with Professor Kale kind of in their wake as they cross across the dance floor. A couple guards like kind of seemingly just move out of the shadows to try and intercept you from getting close to the governor. But General Cross stops in front of them and goes like, "I outrank you, son. These are my friends that need to go visit. This is my good friend Vic." And as he's talking to that, um, Professor Kale, you can keep moving behind him. Okay. So you move forward, and you've got the Eternal, the Sprixie, and Governor Skrill. As you get a little bit closer, the Sprixie notices you walking that way and breaks off and starts flying towards you, kind of like doing a little kind of a jarring, like flitting back and forth in front of you, getting your attention. I was like, "Hey, hey, hey! Where do you think you're going? Who are you? What business do you have with the governor?" You're about 15, 20 feet away from the governor at this point.
Talking to all of us or just
No, you in
okay.
General Cross have stopped to talk to the guards. Professor Kale is 10 feet beyond you, heading towards the governor. And the Sprixie is now engaged with Kale.
Ah, Sprixie, my good man. What a wonderful gala affair. It must cost the governor a pretty penny, and it must take quite a lot of your time to make it happen.
Mm,
Smiling, nodding, and reach out a hand to shake.
mm, I am going to. Well, no, no. We're okay. He gives you a very wary eye and like kind of gives out a kind of a shaky hand and is like, "More money than you would ever know." What? Thank
Is
you for the flatteries. I see you're a man of tastes on here, but I assure you cannot see the governor if you're heading that direction.
in my hand, I'll turn it over, my hand over to the top, leaving 5 jewels in his hand, discreetly passed along to him.
Okay. Without even looking at them, just by feel alone, the diminutive man knows how much you're trying to give him, and he's like, It's gonna take more than that to curry your favors with the governor. Now you need to do a dice roll at a -1 total because you're trying to make an impression on him. What do you think would work? Probably panache, I would guess, unless you're trying to do
Yeah,
something outside the box.
boy. Yeah, I don't think giving orders would work too well on him. What is power word?
That is
Command mysticism.
a mystical dominance of will. Is what it
That's
is.
probably obvious. It's probably obvious when one does that, I assume.
Think
Um,
of it as like if it was like the Dune show, if you saw that, um, yeah, like it's gonna echo, but may not be super obvious, but people will know that you're using Essence. Which, since
Yeah,
you've been here,
that
you haven't seen
doesn't.
anyone display um
Yeah,
any of that.
yeah. I'll try. Oh boy.
If you do use that, you wouldn't have the -2 though, because it doesn't matter how you look to use that.
Yeah, I think getting executed for attacking the guy seems bad. I will try. I will try panache charm,
Okay.
um, and then laugh, pat him on the back. Oh, of course, my good man. Of course, my good man. It's always good to chat and sort of point over and sort of say something about the color of the artwork and incredible placement, how it really engages, and reach over and shake his hand again, pressing another five into his hand.
Okay, give me a roll. You got to roll dice here, because
Yep,
that'll actually tell
absolutely.
me. That's going to tell me how much he needs from you.
Yep. And it was, I should have said low stakes. Yep.
Okay, low stakes, so you got a 7. Okay,
Yep.
he needs 13.
Six. Okay. Okay.
Um, do you want to spend like do you want to bump up that number at all or no?
Well, I said low, so
All right, so you can't buy the die. Is there anything else you can use that you'd want
oh
to?
boy. Well, I don't really have much here. We don't really have any unity points yet, so I can't do
You have
that.
one unity point.
Oh, boy, I don't know. Love conquers all. So with if I use love conquers all, could I sort of invoke my good friend Vic's long-standing relationship with one of the people who we'd like to talk to the governor with? And the importance of this as a case of a long lost love who wants to reunite with someone who's been wrongfully trail off. And we'd like to just have the conversation with the governor. I'm sure you understand.
Okay, so to tell you what the stakes is that you're dealing with here, it's how much you have to pay, right? Not that
Oh,
you'll
okay.
fail.
Yep.
It's literally just how much you have to pay to bribe him, get
Oh,
by.
okay. No, that's fine. We'll take it as is then.
Okay, so
Yep.
he wants 13 as is right
Oh,
now.
13 total.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Ooh, good lord. Yeah, let's make it happen. So that'll be my five and the other's eight.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody. This is
He ah,
wrong skill
he
for me.
he nimbly pulls those to him in drops them into a pouch that clearly has more space in it than what you're seeing. It is something that's happening on the inner lining of a jacket. He's like, oh yes, please, yes, oh please, continue on your way. I apologize. Good luck, good luck with the captain though. Ah, as he flits away, happy with his money that he has pocketed. Now, the Vic, you're standing there. You see that he has paid off the Sprixie, who's now out of the way. It is now um, Redonia starts to walk past you in behind Kale to get to the governor.
And I'm still talking to the guard, or I'm
You're
free
not
to
talking to the guard
follow?
at all. General Cross is.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna stay with Rodonia.
Okay, you get closer to the governor, and Captain kind of like is kind of propping him up, the governor. He's drinking, but he's not out of it yet. but he has been drinking. As the captain goes like,
Mhm.
"Hold. What is your? What are your words?"
I'm gonna look at Redonia and let her speak, but be ready to jump in if I feel like she is.
Okay. Well, she starts to speak, and he goes like, "Do not talk to the governor. You talk to me. What is your grievance?" And um, Redonia looks at you, and she goes like, "Oh,
I'll jump in. And well, my compatriot here, her mother is uh in prison. Where is she being held right now? Or she's not
yeah,
at the party?
she's in prison.
Okay,
She's at prison
yeah.
underneath."
And as tradition dictates, this is the place to plead her case. Um, my friend here does not believe that her mother committed the crime, and either way has has information she wants to share related to her mother's case. And again, as tradition dictates, we are in the place to do that.
What
Um,
is? Why is your
and I
case
like
more? Redonia is like, "I don't talk to him. I talk to him.
you
No, you take care
yes,
of
but
him." She's clearly
you
not
are the
going to
one.
talk to this guy.
Okay. Because I was like, you're the one with the argument. I don't know what your argument is, Redonia, for why your case matters. Like, I'm
That's why you're getting paid. Get rid of this
right.
guy so she can talk to the governor.
But he asked me, why is our case more important
Yep,
than others?
yep. How are you going to
Um,
do this for a die roll, basically? How are you trying to get this done?
I'm trying to. Do I know anything in what I learned about the lore? Sorry. I when I studied the lore of this culture,
Mm-hmm.
and I did my culture roll a while back, did I learn
Mm-hmm.
anything about the religion that he would be like representing? Is he the one who had like military clerical kind of stuff going
Yeah,
on?
yeah, exactly right. So sure, we got to come up with some sort of religion for this, like when the actual adventure gets written. I would guess, I don't know, maybe a different kind of cult.
Okay.
Which there's lots of cults in this world, or in this universe. So, but this one's going to be much more about nature cult. Let's go for a nature cult and
Because
how
I
like
guess I'm gonna use charm speaking, like charm panache to speak well. But I figure I will tie in things related to this religion that I learned through culture and why. Um, maybe get a little philosophical, but like, why is any case more important? And like, who determines which cases are important? The fact that I'm here speaking to you means my case has been deemed important enough to speak to you about.
this is
But then
starting to
also
sound
tie
like
in
a
some like
debate. Are you trying to charm him or debate him? What are you doing here?
but it can be a debate. I'm okay with that if that's what it needs to be to if he's gonna like get back at me and turn it into banter instead. That's fine.
Well, you tell
I'll take a
me.
debate.
Are you going to do a debate, which would be wits duel, or is this a charm, which is charm
I was
panache?
planning to make it more just like talk him into it, but I think talking him into it is going to be a debate. So I think debate makes more sense.
You're going to do a debate rather than a charm. Sounds good. Now
Yes.
you're the attacker. He's on the defense. So you roll first. Lower high stakes.
Hi.
Okay.
Um, because yeah, I guess okay, I'm sorry. I'm still doing this whole charm versus duel thing. Because I was just trying to talk him into it, but I guess it would depend on how he responds to me trying to talk him into it.
So it depends on what you want the outcome to be, depending on the skill and your what attributes and what skills you're using, right?
I would like
If
her
you,
to be able to give her space, and
I
I will
think
use whatever knowledge I have to do that.
so, like you're just trying to get him to allow her to talk to the governor, right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
the results probably happen, right? Your goal gets met probably either way, but how he
Right.
deals with it will be two different things. If you engage with him intellectually or you are engaging with him passionately,
Dramatically.
right?
Intellectually, use what I've learned. So yes, debate.
Okay, you want to do the
Here's my
debate.
attack.
Okay, sounds good.
Yes.
All
I
right, and
think
it's high.
debate.
So you get 1 point into your personal attention, okay,
Okay.
which is on your sheet. You have a 9. Do you want to spend any points to make that higher or use
I'm
an
gonna spend
ability?
2 to make it. Oh,
Something
I've
happened.
been thinking about using my no, I've been thinking about using my fire touch, and I had a way I was thinking about using my fire touch,
Oh, yeah, okay.
but I don't think it's gonna quite fit in this scenario. So no, I'm gonna spend 2 saga points to keep 2 more dice.
Okay. All right, sounds good. All right, so you're at 913. Oh my God. And sometimes I just roll a bunch of stuff. But I'm not going to spend the tension point. I've only got one left anyway. So you actually win. You get him.
I
Um,
really
if I was a hard ass and we weren't coming to the end of the night, then I would probably spend it maybe. But that's not the important part, right? Um, so
Mhm.
okay, you talk about nature and all this stuff. Doing the nature debate is the right way to go. As he gets like, as like, the ice forms and your warm words have melted my convictions about, or yes, please, I do not have the governor's heart, but I do have his ear to allow you to speak with him. And he just kind of turns to there. So the Sprixie is off to the side, trying to shake someone else down. Okay. Um, the Eternal, the captain of the guard, takes 2 steps away with his pole arm, drawn at this point because he's letting people get close to the governor. Okay. Redonia steps forward and she speaks in a low tone to the governor. Stacked, you're the only one that can hear this because you put the thing on her lapel, right? Unless, like, other people can try and crowd forward, but the captain of the guard is going to threaten them with his poleaxe. Only Redonia is going forward. You hear, all right, Stacked, you hear Redonia tell this story of you have my mother in prison for witchcraft, which it is very possible she most assuredly has used upon you to try and charm her way into her bed. But what I'm here to tell you is that she has already done so, and I am your daughter. As she goes and lifts up her sleeve, she shows a unique looking birthmark on the arm. And the governor just looks at her and well, well, I don't understand. She's like, you must allow me onto your court. If it gets out that you had a daughter out of wedlock, then your loyal traditionalist will fall and you will lose any deals from them coming. Embrace me as your daughter. Execute my mother if you wish, but embrace me as your daughter and put me on the throne. All right, Stacked Mud, you hear all of this. Okay. Do you have any reaction or anything that you want to do with this?
Um, I yeah. So now, with all of the people blocking access. How quickly can I get access to my? Nah, fuck it. I'm gonna scrub the dance floor. I need a distraction.
All right, you stutter step towards the governor, and then you head back the other way, and you just try and do whatever you
I'm
think you
just
can
gonna
do
pushing
because
all the faders to full.
you failed, right? This is going to be at minus two dice because you have no idea what you're doing. Okay.
Okay.
But this is probably not a weave. This is probably a skullduggery, is what I'm guessing. But I could be talked into either because you're not trying to hack it. You're just trying to use it in a way that's not supposed to be used as. So
Yeah,
narratively, I
that's what
okay.
I agree with you. I think this is more of a this is not even trying to use it correctly, right? It's
Yeah,
just trying to
yeah. Do you
overload.
know enough to use it so incorrectly, right?
Yeah,
So
right. Yeah.
okay.
Uh, um,
All right.
minus 2D.
You only need a 9, okay, but you're
Okay.
minus 2D.
All right. Let's do the high stakes then. Here we go. I'm going to use my last saga point to make that a 10.
Okay. You bump the the board tech that wasn't even paying attention. It's just like just got the shocked look on his face as you hit the faders to do pick a number, 1 or 2, Eric.
1.
1. As people come plummeting out of the sky like apples off of the fall trees, twisting their ankles, shouting in pain, landing on their butts, screaming more from the indignity than from the pain that is happening to them. Bedlam is happening. Okay. What is your guys' plans now exactly?
I don't know.
So Bedlam has happened. The guards down below are turning as people start to push past them charging up the stairs to try and get to the governor. You hear the captain of the guard yell out, "Protect the governor." The Sprixie yells, "Protect me." Um, what what do you guys plan on doing here?
I want to try to get the three of us at least together.
Yeah, okay, that's easy.
Um, and I will quickly say that uh, Radanya is the governor's daughter. She's trying to shake down the governor so she can be put on the court and blackmailing him. But the traditionalists won't like that he had a child out of wedlock. She doesn't care about her mother. I think we should just save her mother and get out of here. And also, Angel Guy has our money. I'm gonna get it back.
Okay.
All right. So what I would do here at the end of the night, let's so you have a very clear cut plan what your end goal is at this point. Do you all agree that's what you want to have happen?
Sure.
Okay. So
Absolutely.
what's going to work here in your favor is that um it's not a it's not a full target number for an all for one roll. We only have one unity point though. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put just because you guys are so out of practice, we're just going to do an all for one check at 45. No, let's make it easy. Let's go 35. And you can do an all for one check. That's fine. Spend all the unity point that you have. It's a new system. I get it. We haven't built up. You don't have enough Unity points. Normally, you shouldn't be able to do this, but I think actually the vessel, um, like you got a Unity point for leading them through a safe path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, oh, I
Yeah.
didn't really think about that. That's great.
Yeah, so you got a Unity point for that. I think and then the Unity point from the tension popping and creating the more crazy thing. And then yeah, that's fine. So, do you guys remember how Unity points work?
No, I
Okay.
don't.
Not Unity points, but how the end scene works. So,
Yeah.
we're trying to put a bow on this whole adventure. You have a clear-cut goal, and your goal is get um, Bella out of the prison and escape. Okay. What are each one of you going to do to aid in that? And what I will say, you're trying to get the money from the Sprixie too.
Yeah.
You can, but you're will end up at like a -4 total to your roll. If you succeed, though, you also get your money back. So think about
Um,
that. And so everyone else,
no.
think about what you're doing to help free this prisoner and escape off this planet. Now, I will
I
give
would.
you
Yeah, go ahead.
the reason I'm going to say this can actually work because you did cause a bunch of chaos. So, all right, continue. What are you going to say?
Uh, to be able to hack into the system with the locks, literally to the cells, to be able to, you know, get access to Bella to get her.
Yeah, sounds good. Hack locks.
Do we know where the prison cells are? Are they like in this building? Are they below us? Are they somewhere else
Yeah,
entirely?
they're probably below you.
No. Okay. I'm gonna, as he's figuring out how to unlock them, also just figure out where to go and go like find her and be like, "We're here for you."
So like a tracking check of some sort.
Yeah, or like where would her cell be so I could kind of like
Okay. So you want to try and use your best skills to try and make this happen, right?
I
So
know, and I
you
don't have any good skills. I have good
well,
inquiry stuff.
okay. Well, yeah, that's good then.
Can I use like mysticism inquiry to try to figure out like find her through
Because
essence?
she is a romantic contact, I am more than
Uh-huh.
fine to allowing you
She's
using
known
mysticism
to me.
inquiry.
Okay, it may not be my super best skill, but I think it's the logical skill at the moment
Okay.
for me.
Yeah, sounds awesome. And Professor Kale.
Oh man. Um, so we've got the chaos. We've got the cell essentially covered. What we don't have is the money in hand, right?
Here you
When the advisor sort of scampered off to do whatever it was he was doing, I think I'm just gonna follow right behind him like I'm supposed to be with him, and then when he gets out of sight in the hallway, try to drop a power word on him, like
Oh, okay.
"Give me your purse."
Okay.
Just like total mental, which is how I'm picturing that. I don't know if it's the right.
Yeah.
I could also to go with intimidation and then just like try to just like dominate him now that we're suddenly off in the hall and he didn't expect me to walk in behind him.
Yeah. Nope, sounds good. Just remember that your roll is at a -4 total. Okay.
Amazing. Okay.
So now everyone gets to roll, all right? And you're just trying to add up all of your dice. And then you'll probably want to, if you have any saga points, you'll want to do it as a high stakes for sure. If you don't, it
Yeah,
doesn't
high
matter.
stakes.
High stakes for sure.
High
Okay,
stakes. Yeah.
let's do. Let's start off with stacked mud. Let's hack these locks first.
You got it.
Okay. Wow. Good roll. So right now you're just at a 10 if you don't spend anything. All right. So you're hacking in there. Vic, follow your heart as you reach out with your inner essence to reach the fuse. Oh my God.
Master really liked Bella.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then Professor Kale, your roll at -4. Oh, well. Okay. You're at 28 right now with the -4.
And
So
we need, what'd you set it at?
you need 7 more.
I can spend one saga point and get us 4 more.
I
Okay.
can send a saga pointing and also get us 4 more.
All right.
That's
There you go.
8.
Yeah. Me too. Mm.
All right. Perfect. You follow your heart down into the dungeon cells as you finally see the who you did not imagine you'd see so soon in your life, of Bella. Stacked mud crams his good old micro flangey into the lock system, popping as the doors open up. As you make your way out of the palace, hustling, suddenly Professor Kale falls into lockstep behind you, running for the space station. As you look over your shoulder, just like, where have you been? And you see Professor Kale gleefully hold up your missing jewels that he had borrowed from you as you're running back to theirs. As you make it in there, you make it back in. The Duke is just like, how'd the job go? As you run in. Duke Haversham is like, how'd the job go? Like, oh, well, okay, great. As you launch off of planet, hopefully never having to go back. You fulfilled your contract. Uh, Redonia doesn't care about whatever else happened. You have fulfilled it, and she will vouch for you in the future. So you have a contact. Hey, there we go. There's the new system. It went a little bit long tonight. It was a one shot that was totally kind of made up, but not made up. Like there was a loose thing, but I didn't have any of the names figured out, so that was a little scratchy, right? But end of the day, if you guys have 10 or 15 minutes, this is the new system, the direction I want to go in. How does it feel on a scale of 1 to 10, just real quick? Uh, Going around the horn, starting with Aaron.
I think it's a lot more streamlined with the vitality being a combined score rather than the two separate scores. I get how they fit together. I like the low stakes, high stakes. I think it would have come together better if we had managed to squeeze out the unity points and start to sort of pull this together in a better way. That's on us. I think we can do that in the future. I like the way that the unity points, they're sort of two big ways to get those for each of us. They're a little bit different. So I kind of like how those pieces are coming together. Still have to explore what the attention table can do and what, 5 points, 6 points, 10 points, whatever it is. That's always
Yeah,
sort of a little bit of dread with that always because great and horrible things happen with that.
yeah,
And then last comment is I like the way the legacy and the ancestries are fitting together, and I would just have to look for more opportunities to pull those in. So I like it. It's good.
right
Real
on.
good.
You
Enjoy
guys
new
generated
methods.
eight tension points total that whole one shot. So it was like I didn't have much to do. But yeah, okay, awesome. Thank you so much for those notes. Going around the horn, Eric.
Um, I kind of missed. Uh, it seems like well, obviously we got more saga points more often in the old system, and we don't have as many to deal with here. Um, I felt like, right, like, obviously we just didn't have as many. We could just load up on saga points before, so really, mechanically makes it a different strategy about what you want to do, because it used to be, yeah, this thing in your back pocket, like, well, if all else fails at the very end, I'm just going to use all my saga points and get a huge score, and that's not what's going to happen. So I don't think it's bad. I just think it's interesting. It just makes you think about going about it a different way. um it changes things. I think 9 is still probably a good baseline.
Yeah.
um it's uh, but really easy to not get 9 for that matter. um
In the old system, you guys failed very, very rarely. And at the times you did fail, it was only in opposed roles for the most part.
yeah,
So I think this makes
and we
the
did.
smaller roles a little bit more challenging at times.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a good thing. um Otherwise, I think that ancestry and legacy and like those special things we can do, um I thought were great. I think they were just vague enough so that we could turn it into what we needed them to be at the time. And obviously, if we spent more time thinking about our
Sure.
characters and creating them, we'd probably have a little better understanding
Yeah.
of how we could use them. So tonight we made some shit up, um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't see any. There's nothing that you dropped or changed that is a detriment to the system, as far as I can tell. Right? Like, it's streamlined more. I think the best parts of Honorbound are still in there, so it's great.
Right on. Rachel.
I don't know that I have anything to add. I was also going to comment on how the saga points or lack thereof that we were getting was just, yeah, it just took a different kind of brain processing. Um,
Yeah.
but not in a bad way. Just it was different. I think that was the thing to me that was the most different. Um, like yes, I like that vitality was streamlined, and I like how some of the other things came together and make more sense. But I think the biggest place I noticed it, like it in the mechanics in the gameplay, was definitely in the saga points. Um, I thought I liked how the contacts work, or like I like how you structured that. Um, especially since I got a new contact and used one of my existing ones and was thinking about how those fit in.
Yeah.
Um,
In which
so yeah, I thought
I forgot to do that. I should have had the um General Cross, yell out like death to the governor or something, and like, aid me in my attack. And you could be like, if you're healthy enough, you could be like, no, and just leave and like take a bunch of honor hit and like, whatever.
right, but
But awesome. Huge, huge plaudits to you guys. This was literally put into your laps 5 minutes before, 5-10 minutes in this emergency session of actual playtesting. So huge plaudits for a quick stress test on an adventure that's not even written, just to go with the flow to see what's going on. Um, Next week, we are going to be able to play again. Um, I would like to use these same characters if possible. I will roll out some experience points because I have a whole new experience point system in place, and this is one that I made for Legends that I'm just porting over. You get experience points for each scene that I ran that you play in, and then you get experience points for a couple other things. Like, were you awesome? Did you play? Stuff like that, and it should get you a handful at least every time that we play. And stuff's going to be a little bit cheaper to get to be able to advance your character. So awesome. Thank you so much for doing this.
what
Yes.
would you have done if I had picked that Redonia was my daughter? Since that was like your big reveal at the end,
Yes.
is that Redonia is
Yes.
the governor's daughter?
Yes. Amazing question. I don't know yet. I was trying, like you brought that up, and I was like, well, I'll just change it because you guys also came up with enough good ideas that 100% I would just pin it on you, right? For doing the
I was like
witchcraft.
bracing myself for it and was like,
Yeah. Like that would have been a great twist too. If you're like, oh no, that's my daughter. And then you find out, oh, your daughter's just a jerk, you know? Like, um, yeah, thankfully you guys gave me that out because I did not have that on at the ready. Good thinking on your guys' part, honestly. Yeah, no, that was really good. If there's anything else like that you wanted to see more of or see less of, um, please let me know. I know it is a little bit later, especially for Aaron. If you need to get going, please take off.
Can't always have everything have a big fight in it, but I would have loved to see what happened with the Venus moose traps. Yeah.
So I got 5 tension points when you guys were in the chasms on finding the entranceway. And I'm like, well, I'll just have them get attacked. But I'm like, I was looking at the time. I'm like, I just need to get them in there and going. Because, yeah, yeah, you're going to fight for sure one of the mammoth traps. But I think it ended up being better time wise going in this direction.
sure.
Um, but yeah, this was not a very fighty one. But yeah, the next one, so the next one for next week, try to keep it as a one shot. We'll make it super fighty or something. Put you in a dungeon.
Cool.
Yeah, right on. Let's call it. Thank you guys so much. If you have any other thoughts, please let me know. Write them, send it to me, whatever. This including anyone that's watching this far. Thanks so much for hanging out in there. Um, I am still planning on getting this thing uh, approved and out the door by the end of the month. So we'll see how far we get there. I feel really good about it. So yeah, thanks everyone for hanging in there. Also, we got to come up with a name. All right, bye.
Good night.